Well, imagine the situation. Lying on the rocks overlooking the sea. The cell phone rings with the typical Skype sound. Make USA. My friend from California was calling me. After the greetings, we were sharing the immensity of the sea, when the image and the signal suddenly disappeared. The line has fallen. At that point, I couldn't do anything but continue to look at the sea. Then, as soon as the signal came back, I realized that something was going wrong. Then I began reflecting to that communication signal as it came to me. A few clicks on the browser, and I realized that the internet is more real than I ever thought. It is concrete. In fact, internet is not in the clouds, but it's underwater. In fact, we are all connected by a huge network of submarine cables, with miles of these cables lying on sea depths and connecting the planet from one side to the other. These cables are laid into the oceans with special cable layer ships, as you can see in the picture. And the sea is the main character. In fact, the sea, as in the past, can unite culture and allows knowledge. But how? What are these cables? Unbelievable. Only 7 centimeters of fiber and steel can create such an amazing device. Let's have a look at the pictures. As you can see, the outermost layer is made of polyethylene and is followed by a mylar tape. Then, the defensive layer and structure is formed by stranded steel wires and an aluminum or copper tube. Finally, the whole body is made waterproof by a water aluminum barrier and a polycarbonate layer. The entire protection is thought to contain the optic fiber dipped into the petroleum jelly. In this way, the cables can grant the maximum power of the internet connection to our cities. So, what happens when the web line goes down? More often than you can imagine, is because one of these cables is broken or has been broken. In fact, these cables are very fragile and suffers from natural disaster, earthquakes, man action, and animal attacks, like the one of the shark in the picture. So we started from this, and we began looking for a solution. So we invented the Steel Snake 2.0. During our research, we ran across this Steel 2.0, a new material patented in 2015 in South Korea that has more aluminum alloy and nickel, and it's more flexible, lighter, and stronger than any other type of metal. In conclusion, we thought that this type of steel can substitute the old one present in cables. Besides, we thought that the mylar tape and the outer layer has to be made thicker in order to better endure bumps, and the whole body has to be covered by a foil of the new aluminum, so that it can resist to any attack. Then we thought of adding cables of Steel 2.0, which should anchor the steel snake to existing natural rocks and the surrounding land, in order to have support in case of natural alteration of the terrain. Finally, we decided to cover the steel snake with a waterproofing paint, disguising it with the seabed. By doing this, animals should not be able to see them. Obviously, you will fix it with the correct maintenance tools every year. In this way, your internet connection will always be safe. Thanks for the attention.